Welcome back. This video is 5 ways on how to repurpose beef roast meat. Have you ever made a beef roast that you're eating on for 2 and 3 days and you're sick of eating the same meal? It tastes good, but you want something else. So this video is 5 different ways for you to repurpose that beef roast. I gotta say, the 5th way is hands down my favorite. I felt like a genius when I came up with this. So I hope you like it. Also, the purpose of this video is not to teach you how to make a roast. So you're gonna see me skip that. If we wanna learn how to make a roast, I'll just make another video for that. But this is just solely the purpose of reusing already made roast. So thank you to all the people that have already subscribed to me. You have no idea how exciting this is. I kind of thought I was gonna fall flat on my face, but I'm not. I'm doing something right, and people seem to like it. So thank you so much to those that have subscribed to me already. And to those who haven't, you know how this works. Just gotta click the subscribe button. And I've learned, looking at my YouTube account, 95% of you that are watching my videos aren't subscribed. So if you are liking what I'm showing you, if you click subscribe at the end, or I think it's in the bottom left-hand corner, it will help you find me faster for new stuff that I upload. All right, I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you find one of these meals helpful, and happy fall. Bye. So this first meal idea is called poutine, and it's French fries topped with gravy and something else. And the something else today is going to be beef roast. So we're just going to warm up our leftover beef roast, make some brown gravy or use canned gravy, make some French fries, make sure they're nice and crispy. So now that your fries are nice and crispy, we're going to top it with some cheese and pop it back into the oven for just a few minutes so the cheese melts. And then we're going to put it on a plate, put some beef roast on it, and then cover it with gravy. So simple and so delicious. Next up, French dip. My next meal idea for leftover beef roast is French dip. So go ahead and get that roast warmed up and make some au jus according to the instructions on the packet. You can just use your choice of sub buns. I went with the French roll because it's got a bit of a thicker crust on it. But just a sub bun works just as well. I've done that too. So open them up, put them on a baking sheet, and add your preference of cheese. I went with mozzarella because it's stringy. And I made sure to add enough cheese that when we take a bite of this, it's going to be kind of stringy and ooey gooey. Because more cheese, the better. Cheese is good. And here is a game changer ingredient. Before you pop these sub buns in the oven to melt the cheese, sprinkle some of these French fried onions on, and it just kind of melts into the cheese. And then it's not falling out when you try and take a bite. It's absolutely wonderful. It was so good. In a 350-degree oven, I'm just going to pop these in there long enough for the cheese to melt. It only takes a few minutes. And my oven was already preheated because at the end you'll see I made French fries to go with this as a side. So now that your cheese is melted, your fries are done, your meat should be warm, your au jus should be made, we are going to add the beef on. Add as much as you like. That is 100% personal preference. And then fold them in half, cut them in half, and serve them up. Don't feel it's necessary to have French fries for this meal. That's what I made for my side, so I shouldn't assume that's what you're going to use. So I'm sitting here editing my videos for this particular meal, the hot beef sandwich, and it's been brought to my attention that I didn't even record when I was assembling the sandwich. So I'm only human, don't be judgmental, but I still want to share this with you because it's worth knowing an option to use your beef roast. So I'll walk you through it. You'll have to deal with some of my voiceovers, but all right, thanks for being understanding. Bye. For a hot beef sandwich meal, we're going to want to make some potatoes, either instant or real potatoes. That's totally your preference. You're also going to need some brown gravy or beef gravy. I'm choosing to use leftovers here. And the meat in the background is my leftover meat. I'm just rewarming it, and I'm adding a little bit of brown gravy to it just so it doesn't stick in the pan. That's the only purpose of that. So you're going to want some bread also. And here is where I completely dropped the ball on recording. So I brought it over to the stove and I added the warmed up beef on it, added potatoes, and then I put gravy over top of everything and salt and pepper to taste. So you guys, this is so good. This is probably one of my top 10 favorite meals. Hi, it's me again. So this next meal is very, very flavorful. I was very surprised, but it kind of looks like a hot mess. So don't judge a book by its cover. It's worth a shot, and it's a good option on a nice cold day for using your beef roast. So the seasonings that I'm going to add to my beef broth are thyme, pepper, rosemary, and marjoram. So I'm going to add that into 1.5 cans or 21 ounces of beef broth. And then I'm going to add in 1/2 cup of onion and 2 carrots that's sliced up. Mine are frozen just because it's more convenient. And you'll notice they're cute little pumpkins because that was one of my 31 days of Halloween fun snacks. Okay, so getting back on task, I am distracted easily by those cute little pumpkins. Frozen vegetables don't matter. I just want you to know that they're going to take a little longer to cook. So after 5 minutes or so of your vegetables cooking, we're going to add in 1/2 cup of quick cooked barley. You could use regular barley, but the instructions are different. You have to let it cook longer. I'm just making this quick because I like fast meals. So next is, what's the video about? Using your beef roast. So I put in about 1 cup of my shredded beef roast, mix it up, And this is more of a stew or a chowder, I guess, because it's not really soupy like soup would be. But oh boy, it was very flavorful. Like I said, it's not very pretty, but it was full of flavor. All right, it's the last meal. It's the beef roast I converted into taco meat. So I know I didn't come up with or invent shredded beef tacos. That recipe has been around for a very long time. I'm just excited for the idea and the fact that this beef roast started out to be like old school classic Sunday dinner. Carrots and potatoes, onions in it, all that. And now on day 5, it ended up as taco meat. So I hope that you guys got some good ideas from this video. And if you did, please consider subscribing and sharing. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. So after 4 days of us eating leftover roast and repurposing it into new meals, this is what I have left, and it's just enough for one person, and I refuse to throw it out. So I'm going to make tacos out of it. I hope this works. I just think it's such a great idea. I mean, I know I didn't come up with shredded beef tacos, but to actually convert a beef roast that was seasoned to be a beef roast with carrots and potatoes, turning it taco. I'm not entirely sure how much water I should have added or taco seasoning, but I do know the water, when you make tacos with ground beef, you know, that water evaporates. So same concept here. You cook it on medium heat, the water evaporates, and the seasoning just kind of soaks into the meat. So I do taste it right here, and I decide that I do want more taco seasoning in there. So I'm going to turn the heat up to high, and I'm going to get this boiling to help that liquid evaporate. I am very pleased to announce that this was a success. It worked. It tastes like taco. That's so awesome. So instead of putting it inside a taco shell, I've decided to just make some taco tortilla chips, and it works just the same as a taco. You just load on your favorite toppings.